Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now that you have prepared your land, you have made sure that you have removed all the debris and made it as flat as possible. It is now time for you to start planting. So planting is the process of taking the seed and putting it into the ground, so that it can later on germinate and give you the crop that you want as time goes on. So planting the maize needs to follow certain specifications, because it must be at the right depth and at the right spacing. What we mean here is that if you plant the seeds too shallow, they may not get enough nutrients from the soil. They might actually be exposed to the sun, and very soon the sun can burn the seeds, and they won't be getting enough water. Especially, it's very important at this stage, and the nutrients for it to grow. On the other hand, if you plant them too deep, they may not be able to sprout properly, because when they start trying to germinate, the shooting leaf is usually very small, and it must quickly get out up to the surface, so that it can be able to get enough sunlight, because it is the process of photosynthesis that is going to help the seedling to grow and to be able to manufacture its own food. So spacing is very important, because if you want to plant the seeds too close together, they may compete for resources like water and sunlight and end up crowding each other in the process. So maize typically requires a spacing of about 12 to 18 inches in between plants in a row, and about 30 to 36 inches between the rows for optimal growth and development. I'll repeat this: from one plant to the other, you have to count between 12 to 18 inches, and then from one row to the next, you have to count between 30 to 36 inches. So proper spacing will allow the maize plant to access nutrients, sunlight, and water efficiently, leading to healthier and higher yielding crops. The maize should also be planted at a depth of about 1 to 2 inches in the soil for optimal growth. If it's less than that, it can get scorched by the sun and lack nutrients. If it's more than that, it will be too deep, and the germinating sprout is going to struggle to get to the surface, where it will need enough sunlight in order to start the process of photosynthesis. So it is important to ensure that the seed is not planted too deep or too shallow. Just a repetition to ensure the successful emergence of the plant. So the following picture is going to show you the result of what we are talking about. Here is a farmer who's planting their seeds at a depth of about 20 centimeters into the ground, or even less than that, between 10 and 20 centimeters. You rest assured that your maize seedlings are going to come up perfectly. You do not necessarily plant the entire corn, but just one seed is enough in order to give you one seedling, and that seedling is going to grow in order to give you a full corn or two. And that's the joy really of planting, because you plant just one seedling, but it's going to give you 100 or even 200 more seeds in return.